So where I'm landing on this conversation is the concept of capturing demand versus creating demand is misnomer the right word or false dichotomy? I think it's all just capturing demand. It's just one is about educating the market about a new solution, but there's an existing pain point versus a solution that they might already be familiar with. But it all comes down to knowing your persona, what's the pain point you're solving for. It is very unlikely that you've uncovered a brand new pain point in humanity. So you're solving for something, and they know that they either have it and don't know it, or they know they have it and know it. And it's just, how are you getting people to know about your new solution? And there's going to be tangential demand for related products that I already know about that you can then insert yourself into the conversation. But in no case should you be focused on just purely, quote, creating demand or doing the unmeasurable things. Like, there's always going to be a way to measure it.
Totally. Yeah.
Am I simplifying it, or is that?
No, I think that's it. I wish I knew offhand, like that model. Do you know the product awareness model where it's like a problem aware, solution aware, product aware, whatever it is? I almost feel like that's a better model for all of this, because people at the problem aware stage are probably aware enough to say, like, I want to, save money on my SaaS software. Like, and then you have to basically bring them down further to that solution aware stage. And that's that stage between those two, I think, is typically what we call thought leadership, education content, or creating demand. And then the capturing is like solution aware and beyond. Like, that's usually the capturing part. I think that's a better model in my mind of those two. I don't know. Maybe we're just being very pedantic on this, but yeah, like your point on not reinventing or not creating any new, human pain points, I actually think that's a smart point for sure.
Yeah, it's the transition from unaware to problem aware, which is where creating or establishing demand comes into play, which looks different for every product and every problem itself. Not to mention the process of trying to convince people that they have a problem to begin with. Right.
It's been interesting watching Pep build Winter, because I feel like this is a pretty new product, but also it has the adjacent field of user testing, right? So I think he can relate a lot of it to like what people are doing with UX research and user testing, but he's speaking to a different audience. So I find what he's doing really interesting there. He's doing a lot of educational content and relating it to copywriting, CRO, and product marketing and positioning. So he's taking problems that people are aware of and then pushing this message testing as a solution. I think that's probably the best example in our near network of somebody doing category creation. But again, it's not.
Well, and when I think about Winter Games too, like that's a prime example of leveraging thought leadership and like thought leaders in the space. Maybe they're not talking about Winter, but they're definitely giving it validity and giving the problems that Winter solves validity by leveraging like April Dunford and all of those people in the product space.
Yeah. I will say it seems way easier and more fun to just like capture existing demand. It seems like a Sisyphean task to capture or to create demand out of nowhere. That seems very difficult to me.
There's more competition when you're meeting demand, but it is fun. It's a little bit.
It's also very expensive to try to create demand for a brand new type of solution too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you miss, you can miss big, right? Like you're kind of, you're hoping that it's going to catch on and it's going to be a massive market. But if it doesn't, it's a bummer.